Good morning, Rob Powell here with your Facebook interview on the Coal Hollow fire. I'll move over to the board here, give you some information. Big note, we've increased size to almost 30,000 acres, 29,750. I got 707 people from all over the country here and 47% containment. So we went up yesterday from 44, I believe, wasn't it, CJ?
Yes.
Yeah, 44. So I'll talk about the rest of this stuff. We did have a slop over in Division Romeo. I'll show you where that's at. And today the winds are going to be from a different direction, 25 miles an hour from the southwest, which you all know we've been having mostly a northwest wind on this fire, and a chance of afternoon and evening thunderstorms. But the good news about that is we are seeing maybe a potential for more precip starting tomorrow. That's according to our expert IMET from the National Weather Service. So we'll start up at the top like we have been since we started this. Division Mike, this is all looking good. Yesterday we were working on bringing this down to right here. We were showing this contained, and then I just drew on this line. Don't take this as a containment line, but just as kind of a point of reference for you. We're going direct on this fire edge here and doing some firing on off the line here to try to button that up. We're going to plan on coming around to here today with direct tactics. Still have this, I'm going to have this big unburned piece in here, which is coming around from Division Quebec. So they started yesterday going up this way, dragging some fire with them, and their objective is to meet this point here today and tie into the black that we have established up on this edge. Still going to be some interior stuff. We've got some favorable winds, believe it or not, right now with the wind at their back. So they're going to start, they're dragging fire with them as they go, and maybe potentially some PSD operations. Remember when I talked about that with the ping pong balls that hit the ground and light on fire from the helicopter, to start lighting some of that stuff off. So coming back around in Quebec, we're showing this all contained, this big canyon that we fired off the other day, that's staying put. And then we have one little piece that we're not showing up here by the sheep corrals up here that's still got a lot of activity and heat in that. But hopefully by end of shift today, we'll have this black connected all the way around down Starvation, down to the Benyon Camp, Benyon Dip, where we're flying our helicopters, loading them up, and then up towards this way. Now, what happened yesterday afternoon, remember I had this little piece that wasn't black because we had a big timber stringer. It started coming and we fired it in here, and it spotted over into this Benyon Canyon area, this canyon right here. And we got some heavy air tankers in there along with some crews, and night shift got a hose lay down and around it, and we're setting pretty good. We picked up some acreage in there yesterday, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 plus acres. But that's looking good there. Coming up the dozer line up to the top, up on the Skyline Road, that's all intact. And then we're showing more containment up here on the top off the Skyline Road, going to drop point 64. So a little question yesterday was that I noticed someone gave to me, that they were really concerned about the Skyline Road, you know, in that part of the country being burnt. And I will tell you that this portion in here, where it goes up through the interior fire, that's sustained some pretty significant fire in there. But up on top, in those big meadows and everything, and those aspen stands, fire hasn't got to that, and I don't expect it to. So, X-ray, the boys, they were up in this area here trying to tie this off with dozer and hand line, and we're continuing to do that. And then we're making plans here. This has really been staying put up in here. We're thinking that what we're going to do is kind of bring these timber stringers down once our line's in place with some fire and get it hung up in here. This is a big rock face scree thing, up on top. It really hasn't moved that much, going back and around into here, top of this ridge. So this is our area of concern for here, impacting their hand lines. Plan for the day is to get this improved and ready in place, so when we do. Right now we've got helicopters working dropping buckets on these points up in here, keeping this cool to buy us some time. Coming around into Zulu, the Lake Fork Road, this is being prepped, and everything that we pulled off the road, the oak brush, the PJ, all of that stuff, we've got a chipper in there now that we're taking care of. Excuse me, we're taking care of that brush that we've removed from the fire edge, and we're chipping it and throwing it back on the green side, so cleaning that mess up. And then up in here in Juliet, we flew 12 Helitech boys and girls up in here, dropped them off this morning, and they're just coming down here and working this hot edge here, and then the hand line going down into the Lake Fork Road. That pretty much covers it. Structure protection with this slop, that put that into play for keeping all the protection that we have in place for over here in Soldier Summit. These folks are in this area, and also the Girl Scout camp. So things are looking much better. We've got some folks that are timing out, and we're just releasing them to go support other, make themselves whole, support larger fires, rehab themselves up. With that, I can't think of anything that I need to pass on, but I do want to give a shout out to the boys at the Spanish 5. I know they've been working really hard up there in South Dakota. I haven't been much help for them this summer with haying, but I'm planning on being home on the 24th for a while, so maybe you can catch up. And hi, Melina and Lydia.